Let's build your Explorer 2 Rover. In this video, we will go through the steps to assemble and connect your Rover robot. Important things to remember are part colors will be different than those shown in the video. 3D printed pieces have strings that may need to be sanded or trimmed off, and snap together parts may require a strong force the first time. What makes Rovers run? We are using 2 direct current or DC motors. These function when the electric current sent by the battery pack generates a magnetic field. This causes the magnetic poles within the motor to spin. This spinning motion turns gears connected to the wheels. Insert the H tabs in the openings marked E on the motors. 2 of the axles have motors in them, and 2 do not. Use your finger to support the white port on the end of the motor, then carefully insert the 2-wire cable, arrow on the plug facing outwards. This is the most delicate step, so be careful as you connect these motors. Find the I-shaped bracket and the 2 oval bands, F and R. Snap the bands onto the bracket, matching the letters as marked. Press the power bank through the F and R loops on top of the I bracket. Ensure the LED headlight is facing forward, indicated by the notch on the F loop, and make sure the power button is facing outward. Use your thumbs to forcefully press the power bank through the bands. It may take some wiggling or the help of an adult. Place the power pack down onto the smooth side of the main chassis board. Center up the power bank and place the motors into the 4 corners, covering the ends of the I bracket. The 2 wired motors should go in the rear and the non-wired ones in the front. The front is marked by the notch in the F band or the LED headlight. It is also critically important that the white axle tabs that connect the wheels are facing outward. Carefully place your hand over the whole assembly and flip it over. From the top, screw the motors onto the chassis. Make sure the I bracket and power bank is still held on by the motors. Align the slots inside each wheel with the white axle tabs on the side of the Rover and press the wheels on until they snap in place. Some force may be required. The screen on Explorer 2 Rover has 8,704 pixels, each with its own LED, which stands for light emitting diode. The materials in the diode, along with a gap between them, causes electrons in the electric current to jump across the gap. This jump creates light. It is called an OLED screen because it has a luminescent layer with carbon which helps it glow. Carbon-based materials are called organic. Starting with the 4-pillar frame, pillars pointing upward. If your screen has a protective film, you may want to peel it off. Then, stack the OLED screen face down onto the pillars with the connector pins facing up, followed by the 3D printed divider with the raised areas facing up. Finally, place the smaller chip onto the pins of the OLED screen. The white plug port should face up. Take the screen assembly you built and press it onto the screen housing, marked B, until it has reached the bottom. Do not press on the electronics, but use your fingers to wiggle it side to side. Use the screwdriver if that helps. Finally, snap on the back cover with force. The gearbox is responsible for changing the direction of the motor's spin. It is the brain that alters the current going to the motors. The switches that are open or closed direct the flow of electricity, controlling speed and direction. If not already assembled, carefully connect the 2 electronic boards to each other. Place the components into the gearbox, lining up the letter C with the writing on the electronics. White ports facing upwards. Press down until it snaps in. Close the back of the gearbox housing. Place the circular camera window inside the clear ring. Snap this combination into the matching groove inside the camera housing. Carefully connect the camera board to the motherboard. Place both down into the housing. Camera lens down. White ports facing up. Ports on the left side. Press firmly until the board snaps into the tab at the bottom of the housing. If it isn't already on, slide in the top side of the camera housing, the piece with the snap together pips. Press the back cover over the white port to close. In robotics, the main control board is called the master, as it controls all the connected parts. For Explorer 2 Rover, the slaves are the gearbox, camera, and OLED screen. Each of them acts with the direction of the motherboard. Here is what the wiring process looks like. Let's wire them together. Bring the motor wires up through the slots in the chassis and press them into the grooves till about the middle of the board. Then carefully insert the 2-wire cable into the gearbox. Then connect the large 6-wire cable from the gearbox to the large center port in the back of the camera. Connect the 4-wire cable from the middle left port on the back of the camera to the port on the back of the OLED screen. Run the power cable, the one with the USB plug on one end, from the USB port on the battery pack underneath the Rover and up through the groove in the front. Bring the cable around to plug it in the right side port on the back of the camera. Snap the camera on top of it facing forwards. Snap the OLED screen onto the back of the chassis facing backwards, securing the cables inside the grooves. Also, snap the gearbox onto the middle of the chassis on top of the wires in the groove. Connect the bumper onto the snap-on tabs at the front corners. Now that you know how your Rover is wired, you can adjust your cables as you like. If you want to be tidy, you can fold them neatly and secure them with a zip tie. Or you might also rearrange the snap-on parts of the Rover as you like, as far as the cables will reach. Decorate with your own snap-on parts. Make it your own. Let's talk about how the Explorer 2 Rover connects to the internet so you can control it. In the following steps, we will go over how to use a tablet or smartphone to wirelessly communicate with the Rover. It's a multi-step process that involves connecting the tablet to the car to the Wi-Fi, reconnecting the tablet to the Wi-Fi, and finally reconnecting the tablet to the car. In the end, all 3 elements will be communicating with all the others. So power on your Rover and let's get started. The Rover's power button is found on the back of the camera. Start the Kiddo Coda app. Log in with your Smart Kiddo account. If you do not have a Smart Kiddo account, go to smartkiddousa.com to sign up for free. Go to the course Explorer 2. Select any chapter such as Basic Coding course. Go to the General Device settings in your mobile device. In the settings, find your Wi-Fi network connection. Scan for networks and select the one that matched the ID number on your Explorer's OLED screen. It will start with Explorer 2, followed by 6 digits. Enter the password shown above. Go back over to the Kiddo Code app where we were before. Select the top left-hand corner menu and choose Connect. Select the Explorer 2 Rover ID that matches your device, and that's it. If you're having trouble, go back to the menu and select Connect by IP from the drop-down. You may find it easier to just type in the device's IP number. Once you have a successful connection message and you see a Rover looking icon in the place where the menu icon used to be, you're now connected to your Rover in AP mode. We are now going to connect your Rover to your home network. You will need to know the network ID and password of your home Wi-Fi network. In the course menu, which now looks like an icon of the Rover, and choose Update. Here, you will enter in the network name of your Wi-Fi network, or SSID. The Explorer 2 Rover ID might be already entered in the SSID field, so you will need to delete that. Follow this with the password for your home Wi-Fi network. The Rover screen should display a message indicating a successful connection. Another troubleshooting note, your home network must be a 2.4 GHz network, so if you're having trouble, check that it is not a 5 GHz network. Turn the Rover off and on again. This will cause the Rover to automatically connect to your Wi-Fi network. While that is rebooting, return to your device settings to connect your phone or tablet to your Wi-Fi network. Back in the Kiddo Code app, select Connect and choose your Rover again. Now the Rover, the tablet, and the Wi-Fi are all connected to each other at the same time. You should be all set. If your course screen is basically blank, select Reopen Basic Coding Course from the bottom of the course menu. Once it restarts, you should now see a rainbow of tools. You can click the graduation cap icon on the right side to begin the lesson to code the controller of your Rover. Remember to save your lesson progress as you go. In the future, your Rover will automatically connect with the home Wi-Fi network you just set up. If you need to use the Rover in a new location or a place without Wi-Fi, hold down the small black button and the power button on the back of the camera to reset the Rover to take the Rover anywhere. Questions, comments, insights, innovations? Share it all on the Coder community, a forum for smart kiddo projects where you can find helpful tips, coding secrets, Rover competitions, and kid creation. See you there!